the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Victorious 89.1 WAKP.
Live.
Your unity in the community station.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show found on the Powerhouse radio station can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
One by One Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One by One Kia. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today. The Hinkson Firm's mission is to provide superior legal service in the areas of family law, child welfare law, general legal services, and mediation by keeping convenience of the clients at the forefront. The Hinkson Firm's goal is to eliminate the stress of an already intense situation in your life by coming directly to your workplace and or a location close to your home for consultation, meetings, and mediation. The Hinkson Firm customized legal attention based on the needs of each client while treating every client with the dignity and respect they deserve, while fighting strongly and fiercely for justice and their legal rights. The Hinkson Firm can be reached at 470-499-4704.
I'm saying a prayer. I'm saying a prayer.
I'm saying a silent prayer for my brothers and sisters back home. Can't stand to see the suffering while out in the streets they roam. The forgotten becomes the predator while the weak becomes the prey. And some were not so lucky, they didn't live to see another day. Some quick to pull the trigger when they could easily walk away. Some lost the love for their brothers, so killing is every day. Politicians making promises they know they just won't keep. Undertakers getting richer while life is getting cheap. No one has all the answers, this ship is sinking fast. Most High, please help us, how long will this pain last? The streets are no longer safe, kids are scared to play. The streets are overflowing, some young, some old and gray.
Yes, yes, yes. Greetings. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Hoping that you're fantabulously fabuloso. Well, it is another edition of a Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays right here on the Powerhouse Radio with yours truly, Lady D, Darespecta Queen. And I'm not sure if Mama Acid will be joining us, but nonetheless, we are here doing our thing. And as the topic says, will Jamaica stand its ground or would it buckle? We're going to talk about that. And man, what is going on in Jamaica? What is going on with the world? What's going on with the food? We're going to be here from 8 to 9 p.m. Well, it's 8:13, so we're going to be here from 8:13 to 9:13. How about that? We're going to give you a full hour of the program. Well, Queen, you want to say big ups to your listeners?
Hey everyone, welcome, 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 welcome. Remember, share, share, share. And hopefully I can enlighten no one and no one can enlighten. So remember, call in, give your feedback. Remember it's reasoning, so we talk about it.
Yes, yes. Darespecta, you want to talk to your listeners?
Grateful for this opportunity, this position. Thank the friends, the listeners as always. And that song was beautiful. It's perfect for the moment. And I
Yes.
hope they receive it.
Yes. Yes, want to big up to Don Minot with saying a prayer because you know what? We definitely have to say a prayer for what's going on in Jamaica. It's just getting worse by the day, worse by the minute. I think man, is it really prophecy? I mean, because all around the world is crazy and folks are just saying things that, you know, sometimes don't make sense. But is the world what's going on in the food, what's going on in our minds, what's going on with the world, man? Well well, the top of the number one top of the topics that we're definitely going to be talking about is, will Jamaica stand their grounds? What do you all think about that? Well, for the listeners that are not necessarily privy to what's going on, well, the situation is the U.S. Have some ambassadors in Jamaica, and they want those in. That ambassador is a gay individual. They and that ambassador has a spouse that they're trying to have to. They wrote Jamaica and asked Jamaica for this spouse to be able to come to Jamaica and to, you know, have all of the amenities and lifestyles or whatever that traditional, let's say that a traditional couple have, a male and female. And Jamaica wrote to, first I guess they ignored the request, and then they were written again, I guess, with certain demands, and they wrote back and said that no, they're not going to, they cannot uphold that request, honor that request. And it was sent back and said that it's alleged that they said they will not. They're giving our Jamaican ambassadors up until the end of their visas, when their visas expires, to leave their country, leave America. So, in short, it's been all over the internet, all over the news, and so on. Is it really a disrespect to Jamaica? Um, the request from the USA. Um, is the USA trying to strong arm Jamaica? I mean, like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of our top of top topics. But before we totally go into that right there, I just wanted to drop something in, Queen and the Respecter. Back to Jamaica again. This morning, a politician, Mr. Ainsley Parkins, was shot several times in his constituency, and it was reported that it's alleged that a JLP supporter is the one that shot him. So questions were being raised as, do we think that this is they're trying to make it a party against party war that's going to start? Um, I mean, it's a sad thing to happen. So we definitely here at Reason and Thursday sends out our condolences to the Parkins family, to Jamaica, on all of these craziness that has been going on. So, Queen, all the respecter, what's your thoughts on that?
You want to go first, Spectre?
Ladies first.
All right. Well, I have a mouthful, and I'm gonna try and make brief. And who wants to agree, agree. But really and truly, we don't have any leadership in Jamaica. Like I heard a couple of bloggers said, and it's true. We really don't, because right now the way our things are, our president, prime minister, he seemed like he done sold us out, right? Um, the thing is that that's not just the only official that was killed. What about the bishop that was killed more? You know, that was he was assassinated because they did a private um, autopsy on him, and it was discovered that he was killed, and he died before he even before impact. So there's a lot of cover up going on in Jamaica. And with the prime minister and the cabinet members, I'm not even opposed to saying maybe even the opposition parties involved. But it's a lot of stuff going on. And Jamaica is right now is being controlled. It's being controlled by different people, and the reason why is because Jamaica, we call them licky licky. They licky licky, so through them, so licky licky, you know the government I'm talking about. Them take money from here, there, and them sign papers where it look like them not read it, and maybe they didn't understand it, or maybe them just think about the money and that's all. I never think about the wording on the papers that they sign. So therefore, these things are coming out to haunt Jamaica. Okay, because remember, now the prime minister who on Jamaica is the people who on Jamaica. So it's coming back now on these people out there in Jamaica, right? Because he who Britain, him who America, him who China, and wherever else he owes, you know, all these money given to him that is unaccounted right now, it can't be accounted for, was given for a reason and a purpose. So, from what is alleged, it's not just that situation. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. This prime minister is doing, and we need to get rid of him, and that's the bottom line.
What's
That's
your
my opinion.
What's your thought on it? Let's say greetings, Dan Minot. Big up. We started out with your song, Dan, saying a prayer. It was, and as the respecter said, it was a befitting song for the reasoning,
Hmm.
the reasoning on. So blessings to you. Dan says blessings, Lady D, and your panel.
Blessings.
Uh,
Yeah.
Donna Moody says good evening to all. Greetings to you, Donna. Share the link. Share the link, please. Share the link.
Evening, sis. Hmm.
And the respecter, what's your thought on it?
Yeah, before I wanna send an RIP to a good friend that passed away, Maroon.
Okay,
May his soul rest in peace. A lot of young people leaving this world,
that's
but it's kind of hard, really and truly, for either one of us to really pinpoint and get to the target of what's going on in Jamaica government. Um, just corruption that we can explain or understand. But the biggest thing that's been on my heart this week was the people in Jamaica. To see what's going on in Jamaica, and the movie makers are still making negative movies where the big grown man is messing with the little girls, and the little girls are acting like the big grown woman, and just the ignorancy remains in filmmaking and the music, and it's almost as if it's government responsibility and not entertainment. And entertainment don't realize that if they put their 2 cents into what's going on, government will listen. the people will come together. So all the crime and violence that's going on, the nonsense, where, believe it or not, Jamaicans, they are putting clothes and hair over bills and food, despite of all that's going on. And a lot of people in foreign are drawing back the few dollars that they would send to a loved one or a friend in Jamaica because they realize what they're doing with money. They're not serious about their life. They're all about looks and fashion. And the little ones are suffering because they can't get the right food and shelter and clothes and all those good things, education. So it's kind of hurt me to watch these pr- promoters, producers, movie makers who are like putting out, these films, and they're not targeting the real root of what's going on in Jamaica, educating Jamaicans to say, okay, this is what we should be doing in a crisis. This is how we should act and behave during a crisis. We just came out of 2020, and I'm just hoping that someone will listen to this program and pass it on to someone that would hear what we are saying and do the right things. Because we can pray and pray and pray and talk and talk and talk, but if people don't have the will to change, if they can't take the eyes off themselves and look at the babies, the little ones, and say, nah, I'm mommy. I can't keep acting this way. My daughter, my son, my children needs to see me in a different form. Government will come together when God is ready to make government act the way government will act. Government is only behaving according to the book. So the people don't have the power to vote government out only when it's election time. And we keep making the wrong choices. We're voting for looks and not bravery and courage and strength.
Well, we
We
want
need someone who's going to love Jamaica and the people of Jamaica to lead Jamaica and fight back against every country that makes say, I can do this for Jamaica. No, going forward, we're going to do what Jamaicans are going to do for Jamaica. We don't need the outsiders anymore. We have more than enough resources. We are educated. We're going to handle it from here on out. France back up, China back up, America back up, Canada back up, right? Jamaican government is too afraid to say we got enough marijuana. We can plant marijuana to last for hundreds of years and profit from that. The musicians, the entertainers got to do better for the people. They got to do better than just making music and movies. They got to hold some reasoning like we're doing and go to some poor neighborhoods. The police got to be stopped being so ignorant in how they treat people. They're too violent in how they treat people. So that's my take on it. I got a lot more to say, but I'm going to stop right there.
all right. Yes. Well, I definitely agree with a lot of what you said, the respect, and also a lot of what Queen says as well in regards to everything that's going on in Jamaica. And you all summed it up in one shot right there. Um,
Okay.
I also feel that along with the entertainers, producers, all of that, us as radio personalities need to also step up to the plate as to the music that we are playing and allowing to go out to the masses. Music such as, let's say yourself, the respected Don Minot, a good reggae music, that is with purpose, more than all of the shooting and blowing off the heads and all of the other music that are being played on the air. I make it a point, I try to make it a point not to play any music that is necessarily degrading to women or incite violence. And I think a lot more radio personalities need to do that. We had that discussion as to music that is for radio and music that is for dance hall. and there's definitely a difference. Want to say big shout to Charlotte. Good evening to you as well. She signed in and said good evening to the panel. We definitely need to get some type of structure with, because Jamaica is getting worse and worse by the minute. Um, that now politicians are just being murdered left or right. If you speak out, you're being murdered left and right, and it is really scary. It is really scary because I feel that when a lot of individual persons with ambitions that would like to be counselors or be an MP, when they see acts such as this with Ainsley Parkins taking place, that is also going to let individuals not want to be in those positions. They're going to be afraid. So I don't even know who to call on really, because like you said, what it's appearing is that our chief, our prime minister of the country is really lacking himself in what he needs to do to make sure that our country is safe. I mean, with all of the sellings and all of the selling of borders, that we don't know what's coming in. We definitely don't even know what's going out, you know, and no real crime plan to curb a lot of these crimes that are happening in Jamaica, and to see that this man can be a stalwart of his community, to be there working with other persons in the community, and someone to come up and just shoot him over 15 times. That's an overkill, and that's vengeance. And looking, I'm really going to pry to see really why exactly was he targeted in such a brutal manner. And I'm hoping that that does not cause a party um a party war, you know and I'm hoping that these things, because it's coming up to elections, and whenever it came up to election, things such as this sometime take took place, you know where persons was being killed because of the party that they went for. So I'm hoping that that is not what is about to occur. So once again, I send my condolences to all the friends, colleagues, family members of Counselor Parkins. And we don't know, we just don't know where to put it and what to do with what's going on. I also wanted I'm sorry. Okay, I was hearing I was hearing an echo. Queen, or that's the respect to my. Okay. So also I wanted to drop in there about Jesse Jackson is retiring. He's stepping down due to health reasons. And everyone know Jesse Jackson in America here, fighting for equality and all of these things. So we want to just say enjoy your retirement, Jesse. A job well done. You've fought tirelessly for the Black community here in America, and we appreciate your service. Well, it's 8:32. You're listening to the Powerhouse Radio, and you're listening to Reasoning Thursday. And we're going to be on up until 9:13 today, since we started a little bit late. We're gonna end the show at 9:13, and let's get down to the nitty gritty of the reasoning that is Jamaica. Some of the questions, and I want to hear your viewpoints. Queen and the Respecter. Is it a disrespect to Jamaica to ask Jamaica to allow for this gay couple, to this gay ambassador, to come to Jamaica and live openly as a gay couple? Do y'all take it as a disrespect? Y'all have to unmute. Y'all have to unmute.
I'm not mute.
Go ahead.
It is a big disrespect. And the thing about America, I don't know why I have a feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I muted my mic because I'm getting a feedback from you.
Yeah, I'm getting the feedback.
Yeah, you're sounding better now. Go ahead.
It's a big disrespect, and I just don't understand how people can still saying God, 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 and believe in the Bible and Jesus and all these things that they know God is against, and they, going like he changed his mind and he accept this and he accept that. It is totally wrong. And I don't see no country coming to America or dictating to America, giving America alternatives that, I don't see no one doing that. But America is doing it to all little countries. America can go to Jamaica and take out whoever they want from Jamaica. Jamaica can't come to America and do nothing where the government is concerned. So I don't understand why, they're still doing stuff like that. It is wrong. I'm being honest. My opinion, my feeling, it is wrong.
Charlotte says, truly disrespectful. What's your thought on it, Queen?
Yes, I agree with Rector. But you see, the thing is that we have to understand what's going on in Jamaica. And when I started out, I mentioned a couple of country names. There is something that is not right with all that's been happening lately. Something is not right. Okay, and like a lot of the folks, the historians say, I've been listening to them, like they've been saying it's gonna come to light. Everything is gonna come to light. Okay, but right now there's a thing they call red mud, right? And the red mud is the red dirt that they get aluminum from. You understand me? Now, most of these countries, they're trying to get to maroon land. That's what they all want. That's what all of them want. Whatever is hidden up there that we don't know, that they the geologists, because these Americans and these foreigners, they know how to track certain minerals and what have you. So who knows what they have done or what they found that is up there, up in the cockpit mountains, whatever it is. That's what this is all about. Now, the Chinese, they came in and they took over the waterways. That's how you get in. That's a way of getting in. Okay? Then you have the Indians come along now and they take over the air, right? The airplanes and all of that, doing what building. From what I heard, they're building new airport. I mean, in Ochi area or what have you. So there's a lot of things going on surrounding Jamaica and whatever Jamaica have up in the cockpit mountain. So they're saying it is alleged that this is not just about a couple that is not supposed to be together. See, they're saying it's beyond that. It's more than that. Evidently, our prime minister signed some kind of document with America pertaining to the cockpit mountain, and they must come see now the Chinese, them, I buy up everything, I want everything. So they want to know what the heck is going on. Didn't you promise us so and so and so and so? But listen, from looking in, to me, it's more than that. That couldn't cause such a rift where you're gonna take away diplomatic papers from an individual who have been serving. That don't sound right. Something is beyond just that.
I
just because your sexual sexual preference or what. I
uh,
don't think so.
I take it as I take it as big disrespect. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I take it as a big disrespect. First of all, Jamaica laws alone already has state what we recognize and what we do not recognize in the country. So therefore, that shouldn't even have been asked of Jamaica to do. Now, for me, to each his own. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But that's one of the issues with America. America is going all around the world, in Africa, and now Jamaica blatantly sending a gay ambassador and asking for that ambassador spouse to come and get privileges that our own people in our country does not get. So that right there, and I feel that they are strong arming Jamaica at this point when they say that our ambassadors have to leave at the end of their 5 year, which that also leaves um, uh, a lot in the dust, because you have persons now that is going to go try to get visas. We already been having a hard time here, even in Atlanta, to get certain documents and to get our passports and so on. And we have a lot of persons has to travel all the way to Florida. And one of the individuals is Oliver Mayer, who is the consulate general that's in Florida. And us here in Atlanta have to go through him. Even the other day, my sister had to call down there and to deal with that office. So it also is going to lead to there's a lot of consequences that's going to fall behind this act that Jamaica is doing. So that's why I feel like that America is doing. So I feel that that's it. They are strong arming Jamaica. But I really want to wonder if our prime minister is going to buckle under all of this pressure. Persons not getting their visa to travel, especially those that are trying to come to America for work, for employment opportunities. The H2B program. All of those programs are going to be in effect. What about trade? Trade is going to be affected. There's a lot of repercussions that's going to come from this, and I'm wondering if our prime minister is strong enough to stand his ground. Will he stand his ground and say, listen, this is not what we're all about, and this is not what we're going to be doing? And if he's willing to eat the consequences that's going to follow, that America, the sanctions and all that America is going to impose on Jamaica at this, in the coming months. I'm going to watch and see what exactly is going to happen. I also feel that it's a big disrespect to Jamaica, because they would never go to no other country and ask them to do that. Okay. And it has never been heard of any other country that they have went in there and asked them to do something. And then also a disrespect, because you're asking our prime minister to break our law. You're asking him to break the law. The law is that Jamaica does not recognize same-sex marriages. All right. So that's just the law. You know what I'm saying? So that also is just a big slap in the face. And when I look at it, I'm wondering, are they trying to destabilize Jamaica, bringing it back to what you were saying, Queen, in regards to the Coptic country and their feeling that the alliance that China and Jamaica is forming, they're, they're kind of having issues they're kind of having issues towards that. And if so, what exactly is their agenda in bringing a gay individual with their spouse with demands to Jamaica? What is their agenda? So there's a lot of things to look at when it comes to what's going on here with this request. And I'm just trying to find all the right words to use with this request that America is making of Jamaica. I know definitely they're trying to change the dynamics of Jamaica's thought as to not recognizing gay marriages. Persons all around the world already know that in Jamaica, it's a lot of homophobia that goes on. So I really would like to know why they would do that. And I know that they wouldn't, I've heard someone say that, hey, they wouldn't ask a Muslim to eat pork. So why would they ask Jamaica to have openly gay marriages in Jamaica?
Because they don't respect Jamaica. A lot of these, I mean, they do not respect, and it's not Jamaica they don't respect, but they don't respect the government that is in Jamaica. And the thing is that, to me, it's like they take him for a puppet, really and truly, you know. Because it's like one dragging him here, one dragging him there, one dragging him here, and then him hold everybody, and to him hold everybody, him affair sympathize with the one year sympathize. So who knows? He might give in, because of whatever, like.
Yeah, but we really giving in. Don't you think that would cause a civil war in Jamaica?
Could could.
Would that lead to the destabilization?
But right now, Jamaica is under siege, lady. It seems like they're not, but Jamaica is under siege right now. Jamaica is under siege in every way. And it's not Jamaicans controlling Jamaica anymore. It is foreigners that are controlling Jamaica now. It just they just give you the picture of leaders that's supposed to, but they're just puppets, and there are other people behind them that is pushing them and driving them to do whatever they're doing. I tell you, Jamaica is under siege. It's a takeover, and it's like right now all of these countries fighting to own a piece of it. You understand me? For whatever reason, whatever purpose, that's what's going on. You understand me? So when Jamaica pay too much attention to the one there, that one get upset. I'm telling you. And when that one pay too much attention to the one there, that one they get upset. You see what I'm saying? You Because Jamaica hold all of them, and they own Jamaica. I know Jamaica own Jamaica no more. It may be a little piece of maroon land up there, so maybe we have to just gear toward protecting it. Maybe that's we
So,
have.
so you don't realize the embarrassment of being back based off of the movie man? Queen.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking you the question. You're saying, since you've been reasoning saying the maroon land. So my question was, so you really feel that they're sending gay ambassadors to Jamaica for the maroon land? That
It's that's like a ploy. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's like a ploy. There is other things going on behind closed door that the average Jamaican do not know about. But there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay? Now, the thing is that there is corruption. We know that, right? Maroonland cannot be corrupted. Chief Curry, he cannot be corrupted because him blatantly come on the YouTube and tell you say him don't take bribes and them can't corrupt him. And from what I've seen with Chief Curry, he's not easily corrupted. So that's where the fight is, trying to get those lands. You understand me? And that's why even a little while back, remember we did this on the show where we were talking about Maroon Land and the treaty and all of that stuff, and the card, that the citizenship card that they were selling. But That's what they want to control. Everything right now is geared towards they call it the rainforest.
Mm.
Okay.
Charlotte says, Charlotte says, Donna Moody, Donna Moody says they are trying to kill our heterosexual liberty and are imposing same-sex couples' lifestyles around the world. Charlotte also says, I believe that the government have sold their own country out.
Bottom.
Go ahead, unmute yourself, Queen.
Yeah, that
Queen, you're muted. I see you're talking. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. They sold us out, and they can't retrieve it back. You understand me? I don't know if they expect this was to happen, but evidently this is what is happening. They hold too much money out there. Jamaica have no control over its country anymore. It is not our country anymore. It is the world country, or the big nation countries, right? The big 10, 6, whatever. Eh? Mm-hmm.
But you know what they do?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you just said, Queen, is
Yeah.
exactly what's going on. Prime Minister needs to stand firm and fight back against all the promises he made and let the people know, the world know, that he's back and fully in charge and he's not afraid. He needs to stand firm, hold a press conference, address every country that needs to be addressed on behalf of Jamaicans, because Maroon is not going to change. It's going to take violence to get what they want from the Maroons, from that for that land. It's going to take violence, and it's not going to be pretty.
The Maroons
So
are ready to fight. Yeah.
he needs to just recognize he made mistakes in agreeing to some things with some countries, and just rip those contracts up, those promises up. And like you said, Jamaica is being treated just the way Bob Marley was being treated. Bob Marley is considered throughout the world, belonging to the world. So now they want Jamaica to be for the world. So the world can come in and do whatever they want to. And it's not going to happen. They took away millions, maybe billions of dollars that the Marley family was supposed to have. Full rights to his name, his music. And they gave it to the world. So I can start a business using Bob Marley's name.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, real quick. Yes, Don, the lines are open. It's 706-955-2001. The lines are open at 706-955-2001. I've just opened up the lines. So yes, you can call in. All right. Go ahead, Darespecta. I apologize.
Yeah, it's really sad, what's going on in the country. But at the same time, this is when those who have a voice need to pull everybody from every sector of Jamaica under their umbrella and coach and teach them on what to do if this was to happen, because something is about to happen and the people needs to be prepared. But they need some leaders in order for it to be done.
Yes. Go ahead. That call drop. Go ahead, Darespecta. Continue. What's the numbers are 706-955-2001. So the lines are
They're
open.
calling on the
Go ahead, Darespecta. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Darespecta, you're breaking up.
figure out what's going on.
Yeah, now you're clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just still praying and calling on the entertainers. There's so many brilliant minds in entertainment, in sports, that can step up and do something, say something for the benefit of the country, for the people. And they're not doing it. I don't know what they're afraid of.
Okay. Hi, caller. You're live on the air.
Hi, it's Donna. How's everybody doing?
Greetings,
Hey,
Donna.
Donna.
You're good.
Hi.
Blessings.
Hi. Yeah, so I just wanted to comment on that in regards to the same sex topic
Yes.
and how they're moving in on Jamaica. It's all political, right? Because I remember that someone had told me that these people, I actually know who's involved in doing these things, and they had mentioned to me that they don't like Jamaicans and that they were going to do something to the Jamaicans. And like you mentioned, because the Jamaicans are so strongly against the gays and things like that, that's the reason why they're trying to impose that lifestyle on Jamaicans. So they brought it to Jamaica. I mean, they directly told me that they were going to do something to the Jamaicans. So this is something that I know. So pretty much they're ruling the world because they got their rights, but they didn't just want their rights to be together. They wanted to have that right so that they can control everyone.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why.
Well,
And you know what? That also put an even bigger light on Jamaica in regards to human rights. So sooner or later, you're going to hear now that there's going to be a lot of protests and a lot of backlash and stuff in regards to Jamaica and them speaking up against um, the same-sex marriage in Jamaica.
And it's all planned. There is a plan. And let me tell you something, it's like people falling right into the trap of that plan. We just can't figure out what that plan is, but there is a plan. And all of these things that is happening and have been happening in Jamaica, they're leading up to something that is going to be big. Okay? Whatever it's going to be, whether the Chinese gonna take over Jamaica, the American them gonna take over America, whoever. But it's not normal. It's not normal. What is happening is not normal.
What
they're
were you
planning to reduce
saying?
Jamaican
One more,
blacks in Jamaica
one more.
and bring forth more Chinese, more white folks, other races. So they're trying to eliminate as many blacks as they can. And that's why they're bringing so many guns and planting it in the black poor section of Jamaica and giving them everything that they need, smoke and build the confidence to be courageous to squeeze that trigger. It's sad.
It's real sad.
It's,
And that's
it's,
exactly what Charlotte said. She said it's sad. Queen, I don't know if you have your phone on speaker, but if you do, we need you to take it off of the speaker. Go ahead, Donna. I heard you in the background saying something.
Yeah, I was saying because it's an experimentation, and the thing is that that's why they give them the confidence, as the respecter just said, to squeeze the trigger. But not only to squeeze the trigger, they give them the confidence to perform as entertainers and make them to believe that they're going to be these big stars. And when they do that, they it's an experiment. It's through acoustics, through sound. So it's like you had the movie Shatters, right? And that was a very good movie that didn't actually make the theaters, right? Better than some of the movies in the theaters, but that movie was an experimentation. There was an experimentation going on at that time because when they get to perform acts on you without your realization.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much like I mentioned before, we're in an abnormal awakening state. It's like the dead walking. It's like you're still asleep, but your spirit is awake. And this is why they they give them the confidence to come as entertainers, give them a script, and you know, and then they believe that they're making it to stardom when actually you're just really just an entertainer. It's just entertainment for them. It's an experiment. So they do it to people who are not celebrities, famous, or whatever, and they do it to the famous people as well. It is really entertainment. That's all it is. So they do it to so many people without their realization. The only way that they're going to believe is if maybe they were to see it on video.
When you say
Okay, so
entertainment
huh?
and they're using entertainment, you mean like some of the artists that are now coming out or are alleged to be gay?
Well, actually, what I'm saying, right, is that they're experimenting on the ones who aren't gay. Have nothing to do with gay, but this is an experiment that they use through sound, right? It's acoustics, it's acoustical, right? So this is something that, people who are military are skilled in accessing.
Yeah.
So when they give them these roles, right, it's to star in these films and do these videos. They're taking it to another level without their realization. They're actually performing same same sex you know experiments on them without their realization because it's something that they wanted to pay Jamaicans back with.
Donna, I
Oh,
have to really, I
yeah.
have to really kind of flow with you on that a little bit with even the acoustic. Do you all ever notice, well, whom are around children, and you put on, and that's why I even said to my children, um, in regards to my grandchildren, don't have them watching all of this YouTube stuff and these Netflix stuff with that, because these children, they are so focused on what is on these Netflix. And you ever just sit the toddler in front of these programs, and you just see that they're just quiet, or they're just so focused on that program, that I wonder if they're really really putting putting codes or putting sounds in the air that our children are gravitating to.
They
Charlotte
are.
says,
They are.
Charlotte says China had put this in place few years ago. She also says, in other words, the people are just pawns in the game. Yeah, yeah. As to what you're saying, Donna.
hmm yeah,
Yeah,
so
another thing, Lady D,
but it
is
is.
Go ahead, the respecter.
yeah, another thing that most people don't look at. If you go in any club or just a party, and you'll see two female friends or even families dancing on each other, rubbing on each other,
Mhm.
and it looks cute. But pretty soon, the gay man is gonna feel that's okay and want to try that in a club, a regular club, but it's not gonna work
They're
because it's
already
not gonna
doing
look the
it,
same like it's okay two men rubbing on each other in public like that.
but they're
So,
already doing it, the respecter.
huh?
They are already doing it.
But I'm saying not the regular clubs. That is normal clubs. The females are getting away with it, but the men will never get away with that.
Okay. Okay, I get you. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's just what it is. I mean, females, I don't think that that's appropriate. I mean, we have fun and we do our things, but there's certain things that I don't believe is appropriate. And like I was mentioning, and I talked about shotters, and they focused on Spragga Ben's son. That is why he's no longer here. That movie was just an experimentation. That's what I want to point out. Okay. So you see, they target people like, pretty much, like I was listening to an interview with Swagger Benz, and he was like, his son, he just, the script, he just got it down pat because he's gifted. So they focus on anyone who has a good parenting skill and they're bringing up their children in the right way. They try to divide them from their parents. This is what they do. I'm a victim of them doing it to me. Okay,
That is true.
yeah, so that's what it is. So that's why that it was all an experimentation around the same time. So many things happened. It happened to me. I'm speaking from experience. Okay, and it's not only me that it happened to. It happened to everybody that was living on my block. It happened to me lastly because I had settled down at an early age. But what they do, they target your boyfriend or your husband, and then they so they can have their way, and they're running. They have these government positions, and that's just what it is. They got the power. So they separate us from our children. They've been doing this from forever. I mean, that you hear about this in history. They take your children from your womb, and they do it still right now in civilized times. And that's what they're doing, and that's what it's all about. I don't even believe like, okay, Spragga Ben's son is really dead. They just focused on him because he was gifted, and I'm telling you, it's just lookalikes. And someone's gonna come to the realization one day about everything that I've been saying. Like I mentioned to Lady D when she said, "So you're saying 9/11 is a hoax?" Well, I lost my niece in 9/11, and I'm telling you, well, no, you did not.
No, no, no.
Okay.
I didn't lose my niece. My niece ended up not going to work that
Oh, not going to
particular,
work.
yeah,
Okay.
back
Okay.
that
Okay.
particular
So that's
day. It was God
mhm.
sent that she didn't go to work that particular day
Right.
when that situation. But even with what you're saying, I saw a video that you sent to me, Donna, and we're not gonna go to the 9/11
Yeah.
because we're focusing
Right.
on Jamaica. But
Mhm.
I'm going to talk to you about that because one day I want us to reason on that with the
Uh,
9/11 and the plane. And, you know, a lot of what you say spells sense in regards to a plane taking down
It
the building.
does.
mhm.
It
But
does.
we're going to talk about that on another day. We're going to talk
You
about
have
that
to
on
know
another
who I am in order to understand why I know so much.
day. Okay.
Okay, you have to know who I am, and you have to know what I'm worth. And
Okay.
then you will know why I know so much. I would never be putting myself on the line if it wasn't true. It's facts.
All
Okay,
right.
these are facts. These are undeniable facts.
Okay.
Okay, so they got the military to take those buildings down,
Okay.
and like
We're
you
not
said,
going
we're
to
not going to get into that,
We're
right?
not going to
Yes.
get
Just
into
leave
that.
that alone, right?
Charlotte says done already, and she said the devil is doing his job. The whole world need prayer. This world definitely need prayer, and that always brings us back to the clergy when we talk about praying. It brings us back to the clergy in Jamaica. What are up till now we're still not hearing any of the clergies in Jamaica coming out and calling for a day of prayer. We're not hearing them marching. We're not hearing them being boisterous out there in the community in all of this that is going on. Even with this situation with America sending the gay ambassador down there to Jamaica, where is the church?
The church is involved. That's what I keep trying to tell you. This is where they meet at. That's their rendezvous, the secret place of them meeting to actually, congregate about this, what they're going to concoct. Okay, so they concoct their schemes in their congregation.
Okay.
So it's no longer, I'm not saying everyone, don't get me wrong. I would never think that everybody is involved who's a Christian or a pastor. But this is what it has become. It's a camouflage. It's just a facade. Okay, it's not really a church. That's why they're not getting involved. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that real pastors don't exist or real church members, Christians or whatever religion that they might be. I'm not saying that they might not truly believe in God, but they really don't. It's satanic.
Okay.
Okay, so
Even what exact is this act? That's been one of my questions from the beginning. We've already ascertained that it is a big disrespect to Jamaica for them to even make such a request. But with what's going on, are they really trying to destabilize Jamaica?
Yes, they are.
hmm
Queen, you've been a little
yes, they
quiet.
are.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been listening.
Took a nap.
No, no, I've been alert. I've been listening. Um, of course, lady. That's what I'm telling you. There's more to what's being said. There's a whole lot more to what than what is being said. Okay, right now, remember a while back, the cabinet's supposed to be shifted around. They're supposed to shift around the cabinet, which didn't really happen because some people wouldn't leave the position they were in, and you as the prime minister could not command them to go into the position that you're putting them into. There's something wrong. There's so many things, so many signs of things not right in Jamaica, and where it does not seem like the leader is leading the country. It seems like there's people behind him that's leading the country. And for whatever reason they're doing it, they are taking over. It's a siege. There's siege in Jamaica. From what I've seen and heard and been listening to for the past couple of months, that is my assumption, and it's just my opinion, but like I said, it's from some of the research I've done and what I've been hearing, because I listen not just to one media, I listen to all, including the Jamaican station, them, I do the internet, I do all of that stuff when I
Uh,
search for things.
well, well, let
And
us let, let
Charlotte
us
said,
start.
let me read some comments here. Charlotte is all politics. She also says that yes, and I think that's in response to are they trying to destabilize Jamaica. Don Minot says, America is a superpower. I agree they shouldn't force immorality on Jamaica. However, is Jamaica prepared for the retaliation? That was one of the questions that I asked. Is our prime minister really ready for what is going to come at him if he really does not buckle to the requests um uh, of the American government in regards to the human rights, people them coming down on Jamaica, trade and imports. Is it going to how much and how badly is it going to affect our Jamaica economic stability? Our culture. Right now they have the Caribbean American Heritage Month and all of these other months. The openness and receptiveness of reggae music, concerts, sports. I mean, the retaliation and and the backlash that's going to come from if he stands his ground. And I'm waiting to see if he's going to really stand his ground. Charlotte says it all boils down to money and power. Don also said, what happens when less visas are allotted to Jamaicans? Which that is something as well, Don, that I brought up earlier in the programming. When persons who wants to go abroad to work, all of these temporary visas that are being issued out, the backlog that's going to take place right now, even in Atlanta. I've known so many persons that are having issues with getting in touch with the consulate general down there, Oliver Mir, which he is one of the individuals as well that they're saying that his 5-year visa is about to be up, and he has to, leave America. So the implications, the what is going to happen if our prime minister stand his grounds? Is he ready for it? Further, even a serious question is Jamaica ready for it? Is the people of Jamaica? Because along there's going to be boycotts. What about boycotts of these hotels and there are no work for the workers whom are there in Jamaica? Is Jamaica and is the prime minister ready for what is going to come?
That's why they build the state of the art prison. Because when people retaliate on, that, they're going to put them in prison.
Yeah.
So they have it already planned out.
Suppose
what is
exclude.
what is Jamaica doing with this state of the art prison? Really? What that I don't get that.
As even to Don's thing, a question in regards to the visa. Will they cut Jamaica out of the HB2 or the H2B visas that allows for Jamaicans to come to America and to do the farm work or to do the hotel work? Because there is a list, there is a list there with several different with different countries, and there's a lot of countries that are not on the list. I have the list because I've applied for that visa to try to get persons from from abroad to come into America to work with my business, with my establishment. So will they be removing Jamaica off of that list? I mean, there's a lot that Andrew Holness has to think about. All of the repercussions of this act that he is going to have to think about. Okay, what did I do? It looked like I cut someone off. Caller, you're live on the air.
Yes, Darespecta.
Oh, okay. Oh, look like you got disconnected
It's
there.
like
It looks like I cut off about 3 people. I was trying to move this thing and it didn't. Yes, the
yes,
respecter. Go ahead.
someone didn't want me to say what I was about to say. So it knocked out
Yeah, it knocked
knocked me
everything
offline.
out. But go ahead.
Yeah, but we're gonna agree, all of us and the listeners, that our prime minister is gonna come back to his senses. He's gonna be getting courage, and God Almighty is gonna listen to all the voices throughout this world that's praying. And starting tomorrow, Jamaica is gonna be back on track, and things are gonna be fine. Government is gonna operate the way government is supposed to operate without fear of other countries. God, angels is on their way to Jamaica. Nothing will conquer Jamaica.
Ancestors.
Nothing will conquer Jamaica or Jamaicans. Amen.
Amen. Well, I'm just waiting. I'm just going to watch the outcome of what may take place with this request of America. And I think that the government of Jamaica, as well as the people of Jamaica, need to really look at this. Donna, I touched the thing and cut you off by mistake. So if you, Donna and I think 3 other persons, if you want to call in, we're going a little bit over our time because we were to finish at 9:13 today. So we're going to take it to about 9:25. So if you want to call in, it's 706-955-2001, 706-955-2001. Charlotte says, wow, in regards to some of the implications, some of the retaliations, that we may have to face. And is Jamaica economy, is it stable enough for what is coming? If Andrew Holness does not adhere to the requests of the American government, and I heard you, the respecter, that, we're covered by God, we're covered by angels, we're covered by our ancestors. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We're gonna wait and see what exactly come out of it, because you know what? It's not just something that is in America and in Jamaica. This news is all over the world. It is all over the world. Hi, greetings, Don. Greetings, Don Minot. How you doing?
I'm good. Listen, Lady D and the panel. I, I was trying to write it in the chat room, but what I have to say, it would have taken up too much time. But listen, the reason why Jamaica is paying the price for this gay, this homophobic stuff that's going on, I would place the blame on some of these younger generation who is doing reggae music. Now, hear me out. When I was growing up, because I'm a grandfather, when I was growing up, listening to Bob and other artists before Bob and other Rastaman, Count Ozzy and all of those great Rasta artists, they never touched that topic. They never put that topic in their music. We all knew it was there, it was taboo, and that was it. This generation, for the last 15 or so years, decided that they're going to put all of these things in their music and let the world know how they feel. And they forget that Jamaica is an island compared to the rest of the world. It's a third world country. And when these first world countries sneeze, we catch a cold. And so we running around and trying to butt heads with these superpowers over this gay lifestyle. We should just keep our mouth shut, because when I was growing up in a lady, my mentor, a Rastaman, he died in Baltimore. Ras Marcus, he died like 2 months ago in Baltimore. Yeah. He said if there's something that you don't like, you must talk about it. And if you can do something about it, do something about it. But if you can't do anything about it, at least have the courage to hate it in your heart. We can't stop the gay lifestyle, but we can hate it in our heart. People must realize we can't stop it. So leave it alone. You hate it in your heart, you don't condone it, but leave it alone. You cannot stop it.
So what's your thought as to, with that statement there, do you feel that the Prime Minister should open the door or lax the law of Jamaica?
No, he can't do that. He can't do that, because if he do that, the Jamaican population is going to come down hard on him. Yes. So, like I said in the chat room, they must be prepared for the consequences.
Yes.
Don't bother cry when you can't get no visa, or them no renewing your visa when the 10-year visa up and them no renewing it. Don't cry.
Yes.
They have the anger and we have the blade, but we too big and mighty and we ain't got nothing, man. Come on, we have to be practical. When I hear people talk all of these things, I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow. What do you realize how powerful America is compared to Jamaica? You can't win.
And on top of America being so powerful, how powerful the gay community is.
Look at what they're doing in this country. Look at what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Come on, look at what they're doing here in their own country. Look at what they're doing. How are you going to stop them? And it's even worse here.
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't try to stop us either, because we're not trying to stop them, because I believe they got their rights, so that's what they fought for, and they're doing more than just accepting getting their rights. They're trying to change everybody over.
We have to be practical. We have to be practical. At least 80 in your heart. Can we change
Yeah, well, you know.
it? Can we change it? Can we stop it?
No, but can they change us? What I'm saying is that they're trying to change us more than we're trying to change them. Okay,
and that is the
no
issue.
one's bothering them. They have their rights, and no one's saying that they do whatever they want to do. But they're trying to stop us. They're trying to convert every child that of this generation into their lifestyle. They're trying
That's where
to
parents come in. That's where parents come in, my sister. That's where parents come in.
Even the parents, they want to convert over because they're trying to say, well, look, they're totally against us being heterosexuals. So they're trying to kill our lifestyles and want everybody to convert over into their gay lifestyle the same way. I don't see anybody bothering them. That's just the whole thing. No one's bothering them.
Let me ask you, my sister, what is your solution then? What is
your solution? My solution is that they should be satisfied with getting their rights and leave other people alone and stop trying to impose their lifestyles on other people.
Absolutely. Well said. That's a wishful thinking. That's not the solution. That's wishful thinking. That's not solution. Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
I love your music, sir. But
yeah, man, just down.
Parents in this world lost control of their children due to government. There's a group of people in this world right now that's carrying the weight, which is given to them by government.
Mm-hmm.
Man marrying to man, woman marrying to woman have more power than me and you, brother.
You know they're in the minority, though. Do you know that they're in the minority? There's more of us than them. Wouldn't you agree?
But they can cry wolf at any time and get sympathy from government. You and I can do that.
Exactly.
Exactly. What they want to speak when they want to speak it, and they cry to government.
Yes.
And because government is the way they are, they look at us black people as waste. We're not on their level. We're not qualified. Even the blacks in government, look down on its own. So we're outnumbered.
So let me ask you a question, brother. I asked my sister the question and she couldn't give me an answer. She gave me something more like a wishful thinking. What is the solution? If Mr. Owens tell them to pack up and leave, and the American government come down full force and Jamaica, how do you see that playing out?
Believe it or not, it would be a war like America would never believe, because there's a lot of countries in this world that would side with Jamaica. That would never happen. America, France, Canada, no country would ever cross that borderline to destroy Jamaica. God would come off his throne.
I don't understand what you said. I don't understand what you said a while ago.
I am saying Jamaica is untouchable, regardless of what's going on. Jamaica is the most godly country in the world, as small as it is.
Really?
It's the most godly country in the world.
Really, Bridget? Come on,
yes.
Man. Are you listening to the news and the murder rate down there? Are you listening to the murder rate of brothers killing brother, daughter and son killing each other, young people killing each other?
That's just the media.
But to be
in the world.
But to be fair, so let me interject. But to be fair, Don, all around the world is the same thing. In America, right here,
we're talking about 2.9 million people in a little island that is surrounded by water, and we are the third largest number in murders in the world. An island with less than 3 million people, smaller than the state that I live in. It's smaller than the state that I live in, Connecticut, and it's smaller than my state.
Well, listen, it's not even. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. If you put Jamaica in Atlanta, and okay, let's say it's as big as Atlanta with how many millions of people, the crime, and we statistically match the crime with Atlanta and Jamaica, It is just about saying it's the same thing.
Net to net.
It's just about saying the same in crime, because every single day here in Atlanta, at least 50 people dead. You always hear some shooting out going on downtown Atlanta and all
But
around the
Lady
rest
D,
of the
what,
world.
Lady D,
But
Lady D, what I don't like is when Jamaicans, when we are Jamaicans talking about our beloved island, we start to compare with the other places. I don't care about other places and their crime. I want to go home, and I don't like when I turn on my computer and go on the Observer or the Gleaner, which I do every day, and I see 3-4 murders in the last week, or yesterday 2, today 3, every day.
but that is also the responsibility of and cause of our government, whom allow
And we are
these
more,
weapons to come in, because they don't have any our government don't have any control of what comes in and comes out of our country,
why not? It's
because
an
they have
island,
sold the
for Christ's
ports.
sake. It's an
They have sold
island.
the ports. They have sold the airports. They have sold the. They have sold just about all the beaches.
So
All the
those are the
beaches
things we should
where
be
any
talking about,
boat
sister.
can
Those
come
are the
in.
things we should be concerned about, and less
Yes,
about who's sleeping with who.
right.
Those are the things we should be concerned about, and less about who's sleeping with who. I don't care who wants to sleep with who, because I'm not sleeping with them.
That's what that's
No,
the
that's
whole
what
point.
gun
The
violence
thing, the
and the
thing,
lack of education and the poverty and the gun violence and the lack of education and children coming
that
to
is
school can't read fluently. That's what I'm concerned about. I don't care about who wants to live with who. I wish ambassador want bringing boyfriend come to America, come to Jamaica. I don't busy. I want me to have
That's
own
just as
to talk about the
important.
crime. I want me to
That's
own
just
to
as
something about the
important.
crime and unemployment and lack of education
they,
and
they are the ones who are
Yes,
corruption.
creating
yes.
it.
I
It's a,
agree with.
it's a hot.
Go ahead, Donna, and then I'm going to say something because I've been talking. Go ahead,
No,
Donna.
I'm saying it's just a hype. I don't even believe that it's actually Jamaican people and it's that's doing these things. It's just a hype some of the times. I mean, Jamaica is a beautiful place. And I've never been there and ever had any sort of experience with any crimes taking place.
And with
That is just a hype.
all of the
Right.
crime
That
that
is
is
not
going
true, sister.
on,
That is not true. Don't say things you don't know. Go
and with
read up
all
on
of
the crime rate in
Because
Jamaica.
I
yes,
don't know.
Go read
okay,
up on the
I'm,
crime rate
I'm,
in
I'm
Jamaica. Go
speaking.
read
I'm
it up.
speaking.
one at a
I'm
time.
speaking on
One at
facts. These are facts.
okay.
This is something that I'm not saying that crime doesn't occur in Jamaica.
You
Yes,
know the
crime
numbers.
takes
You
place
know the
there.
numbers. You know the numbers down, the crime rate numbers down there.
Do
Do you
you
know the
do you know the
or
numbers?
just
Or you just
Crime,
know what they put in
crime.
the media?
Okay, one
don't
moment.
believe in the numbers. You
Crime
can't believe the
is
numbers.
totally out of whack in Jamaica. Since we're focusing on Jamaica and not any
Oh,
otherwhere else, which you have to when you're talking,
wow.
in some way you still have to make comparisons. But okay, since we're focusing on Jamaica, yes, crime is totally out of whack in Jamaica. How do we curb that? Where is the crime plan? What is our government doing to curb all of what's going on in Jamaica?
That's
Absolutely
a valid
nothing.
question, Lady
So
D. That's a valid
nothing,
question.
nothing
That's
is
what I want to know too.
nothing can be fixed if our government is not willing to even fix it. How can our government fix that? Which when our government does not have access to what is coming in and what is going out.
Can I interject there, Lady D? You remember a couple of months ago, some people decided to take to the street and say they were going to protest. You remember?
Uh-huh.
It's
Yes.
only a handful of Jamaicans turn out to
Yes.
protest. Everybody
Jamaica,
stayed home.
that's why it's gonna continue to be like that, because Jamaicans don't come together and do not
Yeah, I
march
agree.
and
I agree.
protest
Yes, I agree
about
with
the
that.
things that
Let me
they
say
need
about
to
something.
protest about. One moment before you say something. If Charlotte wrote, if you read the Bible, the book of Revelations, you will understand what's going on. That was a comment that was placed there by Charlotte. So therefore there's no crime plan. Our prime minister appears that he doesn't care, continuing to sell out Jamaica and everything. So where is the people? The people are afraid.
That's it.
The people are
Why the
afraid
people are allowing all of this to happen?
because they are
It's a
afraid.
whole lot of acting. It's a whole lot of acting as well. Everything is not what it seems just because the media says it occurred. And there's a lot of acting going around. It's a lot of illusions. Illusions been going on in Jamaica from ever since before I was even thought about being born. Okay, so these people are illusionists.
You just said you have never been to Jamaica, my dear. You just said you have never been to Jamaica.
Who said I've never been to Jamaica? You know how much times I go in and out of Jamaica on a regular? I've never experienced crime. I go to Jamaica on a regular. Right? So I haven't been there since 1997, but I go to Jamaica on a regular. I've never experienced crime since I've been in Jamaica. Right. Okay, but I'm just telling you.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I've been going to Jamaica.
All right, go ahead, Darespecta. Okay, go ahead, Darespecta.
My brother, to be fair to the people in Jamaica, it depends on what sector. It's unfair to...
Exactly, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the Spanish town of the ghetto, so I know.
Brother.
Go ahead, Darespecta.
Man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. There are a lot of people, more people in Jamaica right now, don't know what they're going to wake up to for breakfast. So all people go march and them can't pay them light bill, them can't pay them rent, them are baking food. All them go march. All them going to leave them sector where them go take bus and taxi to get to.
Well, I'm going to talk about...
Government is not listening to nobody in the ghetto.
I'm going to talk about what I know since he's telling me about Jamaica. I see people here march in America, march for something that is an illusion. You sit there and you stand there and you march for racially motivated crimes that never occurred. It was just an illusion. Okay, this is a worldwide illusion. Okay, these Freemasons come up with these these sort of they conspire these things to happen. It's not true.
I cannot listen to this.
All right. So when we listen, crime, whether it's illusion or not, there's crime going on in Jamaica. There's crime going on all around the world. And I understand your passion. I can understand your passion, Don, because when you're speaking of where you're from, you're from the ghetto. You see the fighting and the war and what is going on in Jamaica.
I was here last year. I go home regularly.
I go to Jamaica at least 3-4 times a year. I was just there in April. But what I'm saying is there's what lead up to a lot of the crime in the ghetto is lack of work, lack of food, control of corners. Those are what is the government doing to curb those violence in these ghettos? They are not doing anything. Okay? There's a lot of people that dislike Dons and like Dons, but when you hear some person's story, they will say that Dons in those communities were whom used to keep certain peace in those communities. That is what was said.
Why 16
but,
and 17 and 18 years, 12,
because they have easy access. Because they have access. Because Don, they have access, and those automatic weapons is what we need to start to question. How are they coming? How are they getting into the country? And these are the questions that our politicians need to start answering.
I don't know if anybody on the panel saw the Jamaican paper a few days ago, where a female custom officer in Jamaica, officer in Jamaica was arrested. Was arrested, and when they looked into her background, she had 17 different bank accounts in different banks.
Because they're all getting paid. They're all getting paid.
Corruption.
And it starts from the top to the bottom.
She works at custom and she has 17 different bank accounts at various
But Dan, it starts from the top to the bottom. Charlotte says,
Yes, I agree.
Charlotte says, all the years going, the last few I realized Jamaica don't belong to Jamaican anymore. Government don't care. They have been paid. And that's it.
And that's it. That's the bottom line.
Bottom line,
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
you know, I heard someone say, one moment, I heard someone say that 18 years of PNP and none of them are millionaires, but 8 years of JLP and everyone is billionaires.
All I'm saying, we have to choose our battles. We have to choose the battles. We have more important things to fight for. We have to pick the most important things. So our children are dying. Mothers are dying. The man that killed the woman, then point blank, shoot them dead. Women, children, old people, they are dying down there. And we're concerned about who's sleeping with who. Come on, man.
We have another caller from a 917 number.
Yes, Lady B.
Yes, greetings. Go ahead.
Yes, my comment to this is that I totally agree with the government's stance on this issue. I agree with it. And I understand and sympathize with what the gentleman is saying about the crime. But if you understand Jamaican history, when I was a child, the crime was low. But what happened is, again, I support the government today, and it's a JLP government. But the main violence started in Jamaica in the 70s when the PNP was in power and Michael Manley was trying to make friends with Castro. The CIA and the United States government start sending the guns down there to start the killing. That's how the violence rise in Jamaica. So let's not disregard the violence and don't think America is responsible for that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, America is responsible for that violence.
Yes.
But I stand on with the government on this issue because
what about
personal responsibility is always good, and we hope at this time that most people get the education and the understanding of this violence that is perpetrated by the higher beings. That's what's happening. And then what happened is they let the scamming start, and now that starts a different kind of crime because the political crime was easing down. But the powers that be does not want crime to stop. So what they did, they create these scammers, and because they does not love themselves, they start killing each other for the money. That's why the crime is. And the government, who is in power today, are responsible. They are getting their cuts out of this money. Yes, they do not control the war. They do not control the airports. So the guns could come in anytime. But even before this, the government, the CIA was letting the guns come in. So let's not disregard that. And America should not go around and try to tell other countries how to run their system.
Yes.
America would not go to Saudi Arabia and tell them to fly a LGBT flag. It won't happen. But they want to do it to Jamaica because they feel like we are weak.
Yes.
Because we have
That's what's happening.
And we depend on them.
Yes.
Right. Remember, I understand that.
Remember, I'm a grandfather. And when we were growing up, we used to plant red peas, everything for ourselves. No, when you go down to Jamaica, it's all imported stuff. Sweet Irish potato, red peas, everything coming imported. We don't farm anymore. So can you imagine if America decide to really, I mean, come at us and with a backlash for this and start to
let me just say something. America, the problem right now, why America is really trying to use a heavy hand on Jamaica is because they see that Jamaica, not that I agree with it totally, is shifting away from them. Like I said, in the 70s, when Michael Manley wanted to deal with Castro, they tell you about the communists. This was the JLP party telling you about communism. But now the JLP party is in cahoots with China.
Yeah.
They're in cahoots now with China. So what about this communist business that they were fighting about in the 70s? In the JLP parties in power, and now they're in cahoots with China. So America does not like the fact that Jamaica is in cahoots with China.
Yeah.
So they would do anything to create a situation to see if they could pull them back into, if you want to say, into respecting us or doing what we want us to do. So yes. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue. You have to understand that when America does something, there's always an ulterior motive.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? America talk about democracy and all that stuff. They go around the world and destabilize countries every day. So let's not act like we should be loving America or be scared of America. At this point, Jamaica don't have to be scared of America.
Thank you.
Because they're gaining strength. Not because they're gaining strength from other areas.
Thank you.
Like China.
We have another caller. We have a caller from 943.
And not that I'm a total supporter of the Chinese system working down in Jamaica, because again, the Jamaican government is selling out the country to, if you want to say, the highest bidder.
My brother, so we get rid of, we're moving away from one colonizer to another colonizer.
Yes, I agree with that statement 100%. But at the same time, America does not want that to happen. So that's why they create this situation. Because how many years have America been sending diplomats to Jamaica and this have never come down?
Yeah.
The law of Jamaica, the boogering law of Jamaica has been on the Jamaican book as far as I know forever.
Yes.
America knows this. America knows the Jamaican law. Why is you trying to suppress the law? Why are you doing that? Like I said, I want you to go to Saudi Arabia and do it. Go to Saudi Arabia and do it.
I agree with you. I agree. My argument is, we know it's wrong and we don't support. But what is the consequences behind that? Can we bear the consequences?
Sometimes you have to.
What do you think?
You was talking about the protest. You was talking about the protest. Maybe if America was to do something drastic, it might wake the people up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom in order to get back up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sometimes you have to do that. So let's not be scared of America and their power. We already know their power. But let's not be scared of it.
Jamaicans love their visa. Jamaicans.
But listen, there will be you know there's a saying, when one door is closed, another one is open. So let's not get caught up on, oh my God, America's gonna just shut down the visa. You can't come to America. There might be another door open which might be more profitable for the people.
Right. You gotta use the law and fight them with the law, because they can't just do that. They can't just go in and
let me
be that you're aware.
Yeah, let me read a comment.
That was just my statement. I just wanted to call him for a minute.
All
but
right,
I'm off the phone now.
Blessings. Let me read some statements here. Charlotte says China control America and Jamaica. Sharon says it's not that they think that we are weak, but if Jamaicans bow down, the other islands will as well. We also have a caller from a 943 number. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, lady. It's just a bag of back and forth stuff. People making sense, some not make no sense. Jamaica don't need to fear America like China, no other country. The thing that's going on, we bigger people, the older people in general, who speak out against the teenagers and guns and all the violence that's going on, not realizing that these young people didn't wake up one morning and just find a gun. A big people putting the guns in the local people's hand and in the church, charity group, and government throughout Jamaica. So all we can do as older people is try to reach out one at a time to some young person. And the thing is, we're not going into the era where the young people and the crime and violence is to try and help them. All we have to do is lick down upon them to picking up gun from a grown man and woman, church, charity, and government. So they don't have a chance. It's designed that way to keep certain sector poor and crime. If there's no crime in Atlanta, the government, the police don't have no job. If there's no crime in Kingston, the government, the police don't have no job. So then themselves is creating the job by bringing in the guns while people are asleep and the drugs and give to the young people them. So big people like ourselves, we keep looking out for the young people and not realizing that the big people we need to go at in order to help the young people.
They creating these crimes.
You mean the influential people, the top people with the influence who can bring the guns in?
Churches, charity, government. People who turn a blind eye to the crime for them see coming in because somebody give them some money.
Yeah.
Police block off some streets
Corruption.
so guns can get through, drugs can come through.
Like
Because them
the
get some
custom
money.
officer who have 17, like the custom officer who have 17 bank accounts.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I've been shaken down. I've been shaken down at customs many times. I've been because I want to bring in certain things. So there are those that are allowing things to come in, but also we have to look at the ports. China controlling the ports, airports. It's the crime and the neglect start from the top, come down. And I agree with the caller. We don't need to fear. We just need to be prepared. And with us already, with the government of Jamaica already being given a warning, let's wait and let's look and see what Andrew Holness is going to do. All right, let's wait and see what Andrew Holness is going to do to combat the retaliations that we are going to face from America. And that's what he has to do. It's either he's going to face the citizens of Jamaica, not just in Jamaica, but also in the diaspora, or he's going to have to fight America. And like Carla says, when one door closes, another open. Jamaica just have to be prepared and understand and know that visas are going to be taken away. Trade and import is not going to be so easy again. The economic stability is not going to be so stable again. And there's things that's going to have to be done. We're going to have to get back to the old times. We're going to have to get back to planting and selling to ourselves. We're going to have to get back to the seamstress and the farmers, and we're going to have to get back to some things. We're going to have to make sacrifices to prove that no one can strong arm Jamaica. So I'm hoping that not just Andrew Holness is ready. I'm hoping that the people of Jamaica is ready.
And that's all you can do, Lady D, is hope. All you
Hope
can do
and
is
pray.
hope.
Yeah.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
America will fight against itself because when they realize how many Americans love to go visit Jamaica on a yearly basis, so America will turn around fighting against America. if they ever do that to Jamaica or try to do that to Jamaica.
Well, all I can say
America
is,
needs Jamaica just as much as Jamaica needs America.
okay, Queen, you was going to say something. Your phone was giving a heavy feedback. So, yeah, go ahead, Queen. Go ahead, Queen.
It keep my mic keep cutting off. Yeah.
Oh,
But anyway, it's out there, it's put out there, and hopefully folks hearing this and willing to do something about it, because again, it's only the people can change this. I even heard where this one individual calling and said they're going to go down there and register so that they can vote. So you still have some people, that are here permanent resident, but they're still citizens of Jamaica, and they can go out there and register. You have until I think September the 15 or 16, something like that, in order to go out there and register, put in your registration to vote, and you can vote. So, you know, and the rest of us, maybe we need to just start writing just letters to whoever, the consulate, to the parliament, whoever, just bombard them with some letters and stuff. But I'm thinking of things that we can do to help the situation that's going on there.
Like you said, Doc, we don't know who will we don't have anyone to vote. But nonetheless, we still have to vote for someone that is there. And my thought of it is always voting for the lesser evil.
The question is, do we know where the opposition stand on it? Do we know where the opposition stand? What is their stand with this? What is their position? The opposition. What is their position on this? Did they speak?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot going on in Jamaica.
Yeah, but he's been a little bit more verbal lately. I guess because he's been coming under fire, by not just his party members, but the diaspora and everyone else coming down on him, golden. So therefore, he seemed to be taking up more of a leadership role, or trying to show the people that he can be a leader, because I've seen a couple of podcasts with him where he was speaking up and he was loud too, not just in what he was saying, but in his vocal, he was loud, when he was speaking to the crowd. So hopefully, and he said he was going to go around to the different parishes and constituency and see what is going on. So I guess, give him a chance. It's better than what is in there. So, I would say vote for him. There's no one else really, because Bogart need to go. Bogart needs to go. So, I mean,
yes, we're definitely going from somewhere to somewhere, but all we can do is just hope and pray that whatever and whomever, what I do know is what is in now is not a good thing, yes, Darespecta.
Remember, I want the listeners to remember this. Promises of comfort to what?
Yeah.
Every prime minister, everyone will run for government. They promises the people, and they talk a good game, and they look good, and the people chose the one who looked the best, most handsome, and talk the sweetest. And every election is a regret. So who do you think is going to put in there is going to make a change because of what they're saying or they're acting? We don't know.
That's a very good question, my brother. Yeah. Very good question.
And there is no change unless the people force a change. The people have to start to stand up. And yes, I understand what you said, the respect as far as where they're gonna get bus fare to come and to fight. But that's where I'm saying we're gonna have to go back to the old days. When from being young till an adult of now, my aunt used to always say to me, my grandmother, she walked from Reserve Trelawney, went all the way to St. Catherine to go bail out her nephew when he got into some trouble in town. We're gonna have to start walking for our cause, for a change. We have to get out of our comfort zones. Jamaicans gonna have to get out of their comfort zone and not wanting to get their hand dirty and get scales and calluses on the middle of their hand. We have to start farming. We have to start going out there and marching. We and demanding of our government, changing of certain laws. We have to. And that's the only way that there's going to be a change. Now our back is up against the wall. Let's see how we're going to fight ourselves out of this one.
Good thing. Okay. That's
Okay.
true.
It's 9:59. We only have 1 minute left on the program. Man, we definitely going to continue this next week. So make sure that you tune in. And man, I'm telling you, this is a topic. This is a reasoning topic that needs to continue, because we have to watch and we have to be very verbal,
Yes,
to 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 Jamaica, to the persons in diaspora as ourselves, and we all have to really come together as one Jamaica. We have to come together to fight what is
the
getting
thing
ready.
is that I agree with everything what everyone is saying at some point, but the thing is, we also have to realize they put these things. It's an illusion in the media, and this is the LGBTQ power that they want to always create a story, and people believe the hype. So when there's a retaliation, then you can jail people in because you have your new state of the art prison. And people must, like I said, people have to know how to um, realize what's fake and what's real. Okay, and this is what it is. They put what they want to do in the media for a hype, so that you can have something to say. Well, oh, this one got killed because of this situation with them, having this same sex. Uh,
Well,
topic.
we're gonna have to we're definitely gonna have to continue it next week, Donna. With
Okay.
especially with your
Mhm.
views as to it being illusion,
Mhm.
because we always come
Yes,
back
it
to
is.
that with the illusion as to, is this world, is what we're living in, is what we're doing a matrix?
It is.
We're
It's
gonna
the
talk
CIA.
about
Did you
this.
hear what the man
We're
just
gonna
said?
we're gonna
The
talk
caller
about
just
it
told
next
the
week.
CIA, a CIA experiment. And anyway, yes, everybody, good night. But yes, it's a CIA experimentation worldwide. The man is correct. That's what it is.
We-
And if you believe the hype, then we're gonna be in the same position, or we're gonna be under the mind control. We're never gonna
Yes,
come out of the matrix. We'll never be unplugged out of their
we
matrix. They
never
want
gonna
it to
be
seem like
unplugged.
Jamaica is violent. That's what it is.
Mm.
It's their plan.
This is
So,
some this
all
is
right,
some deep.
everyone have a good night. Okay.
Bless you. This is some deep topic.
All
This
right.
is
Bless
some
you.
deep reasoning. Queen, you want to say
Yeah.
anything to the listeners before we go?
Tune in, like, share. See you next week.
All
All
right.
right.
The respecter, you want to say something before we go?
Yes, I really appreciate them things to tune in and bring some fire to the scene. And I applaud you, Lady B, for being a great host to keep things together.
Blessings. Don, you want to say something to our listeners before we go?
I just want to say it was a pleasure sharing the evening with all of you. I don't believe I learned something tonight. So, and we should all try to learn from each other, which I did tonight. Absolutely. So,
Yes.
yeah, and I want to hear from the opposition leader where he stands on this topic. That's all.
Yes.
Yes.
That is something that is definitely something, Dan, that I would love to hear as well from the opposition leader as his thoughts on this entire thing right here that's going on. Charlotte says she enjoyed the program. Thank you, Charlotte, for listening in to us. Please share, 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 share. And as we started out the program, that's the way we're gonna leave the program with Don Minot saying a prayer because Jamaica needs some serious prayers right now, and it's for all of us to really pray for Jamaica. Ask you all to definitely go to our YouTube channel and like, subscribe, and get notified so that you'll be notified as to when our programming is on. Please listen to the Lady D Show each and every Saturdays from 12 to 4 p.m. Let's Gripe on Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. We thank you, love you, be safe, and once again, definitely, we must and we need to pray for Jamaica.
I'm saying a prayer. I'm saying a prayer.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
For my brothers and sisters back home, can't stand to see the suffering while out in the streets they roam. The forgotten becomes the predator, while the weak becomes the prey. And some were not so lucky, they didn't live to see another day. Some quick to pull the trigger when they could easily walk away. Some lost the love of their brothers, so killing is every day. Politicians making promises they know they just won't keep. Undertakers getting richer while life is getting cheap. No one has all the answers, this ship is sinking fast. Most High, please help us, how long will this pain last? The streets are no longer safe, kids are scared to play. The jails are overflowing, some young, some old and gray.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Majority are mired in poverty, while the privileged are living well. How long will the poor man suffer? Only time will tell. If only we could come together and live in one accord, most of our problems will be over, either we or just we won't. Some seems to have forgotten that brothers and sisters we are. We must care for each other, or we won't get very far. Let's put our differences aside, let peace and love abide. This road to prosperity is long, let's walk it side by side. Ooh, ah, ooh. I'm saying a silent prayer for my brothers and sisters back home. Can't stand to see the suffering while out in the
You're
streets
in
they
tune to
roam.
the Powerhouse
The
Radio,
forgotten
linking the
becomes
world to
predator,
the Caribbean.
while the weak becomes the prey. and some were not so lucky. They didn't live to see another day.
All I need from
Powerhouse
you.
Radio. You can tune into the Powerhouse Radio for good music. Have a good night.
Conversation, 'cause it gives